Welcome back to my channel. Please like, subscribe, and share.
Hey guys, I'm back for another video, and in this video I'm going to be showing you some easy spring bling spiral wrap bracelets. It's so simple, you can make them in about 10 minutes. Now I'm not going to promise you I'm going to be done in 10 minutes, but you can make them in 10 minutes. And as you can see that I have these different spring colors. These colors are in. People love vibrant colors. We're out and about and we feel lively and we want the colors to resemble how we feel, right? All right, so I'm going to start off with the memory wire. I use memory wire. I use the smaller one. I don't have what size it is at the moment, but this is the smaller size, okay? Now what I normally do is I take a couple of these loops, because as you can see it gets tangled, so I gotta untangle it real fast, but momentarily I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. All right, so I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So at 5 loops, I use my little cutters here. Now you can use wire cutters, you can use whatever colors, you know, I don't specifically tell you what cutters to use. You decide what cutters you want to use. Obviously you should use the ones that is best for cutting wire. And this memory wire is a bit thick. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to form a loop at the bottom. I'm going to form that loop. It is not all the way closed, so I'm going to go ahead and close it a little bit more because I don't want the bead to slide off, okay? Now, this is really simple to do. So now I'm just going to pick a color that I would like. Now, spring is about lots of colors, right? But for the sake of the video, I'm only going to be using this color right here, okay, for the sake of the video. All right. Now, what I do is I go ahead and bead it on. Really simple. It's not rocket science. You know, beading doesn't have to be complicated. It just needs to be creative and it needs to be fun, right? All right, so I'm going to put maybe about 6 of these on here to start it off with. Then I'm going to go ahead and twist it on around. As you can see, you have to push it on down. That's the point of it. You have to push it down, okay, till you get all the way to the end. All right, then you can either add more beads or you can get a little bit creative, which I'm going to use this silver plated spacer bead. And then I'm going to add another bead. And then I'm going to put the other spacer bead to this. Now, it all depends on how blingy you want to be. Now, that's a pretty good start, wouldn't you say? Okay? Pretty good start. All right, we're going to keep going. And I'm basically going to fill this whole wire with beads, okay? Now what I might do is I might take some other beads and add it to it, but I'm not sure if that's what I want to do quite yet. Right now I'm just getting a feel of how I want this bracelet to look, and that's what it's all about, guys. However you feel like you want to express your creativity. All right, so I'm going to add a little bit more on here. Then I'm going to go ahead and go back and get this silver spacer bead. I'm going to add another bead in between there, add another spacer bead, and I'm going to just keep going. Now the point is is that you want to be creative, but you also want to fill up all of these beads with, you know, either one color, several colors. It really doesn't matter, guys. It's really about how you want the bracelet to look, okay? I'm gonna keep going. This is really gonna be pretty, by the way, afterwards. Now, I'm going to put a couple more on here. Now, I might do a little bit of an embellishment to create that bling look. And I'm also going to be putting charms on here as well. Okay. Basically, you're going to keep pushing until you start filling this thing up. Now, this can take either, you know, 10 to 15 minutes. 10 minutes if you feel like going really, really fast. Me, I'm just kind of, you know, winging it. Kind of going a little bit slow. Now, I'm going to, this time when I add on the spacers, I'm actually going to put on 3 spacers now. Okay? And look at that. I'm creating that bling. Creating that bling right there. See that? See how different that made that look just that quick? All right, let's keep rolling. And sometimes, guys, it's just hard to get the beads out of your little packaging sometimes. Yeah. I'm up doing some late night beading. One of my favorite times to bead because it's quiet. My dog's not barking. My neighbors aren't loud. Yeah. And as you can see, I just dropped a bead. That happens. What time of the night do you guys like to bead? Do you like to bead early in the morning? Or, you know, how do you decide what time is good for you? All right, I'm going to keep on going. I'm going to add a little bit more. And then after I add another row or so, I'm going to start adding the charms on here. Okay. These are fun. They're fast. Great sellers. People love spiral bracelets. And the reason why they love them is because they are the easy stackable without having to take a bunch of bracelets and stack them, if you know what I mean. All right. So I'm going to add a couple more on here. Then I'm going to do the same thing I did before with the spacers. I am just going to add more of a bling. Now, we're building a bracelet, and so you're building it to look like you want it to look, okay? I am trying to capture someone's eye with this. It's like, wow. Now, I'm going to stop right there. Now, I have this charm bracelet that says, I am a magnet for blessings. Now, one of the things I love to do is I love to make bracelets that have sayings on them. I think they're very, very important. You know, I think inspiration is really as far as your wrist. Now, what happened was, guys, if you saw that, the jump ring jumped out of my hand that quick, which is okay. It happens. You know, beading is not always easy. You know. So I like to show sometimes errors, mistakes, all of that, mishaps, falling beads, because it's what happens. Now, with this one, I'm going to have to take this back off because it's not going in the direction that I want it to go. So I am going to take this charm off, and I'm going to go ahead and slide it back on this way so it can face the way that I would like it to face. Now, sometimes, guys, it doesn't work out where it goes on the way I want it to go on sometimes. Sometimes it's just me not paying attention to the direction. And if I can't get it to go in the direction, I'll show you what I'm going to do. So it's not laying flat like I want it to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust this jump ring real quick. And see, I wanted to show you guys that sometimes when you're making your jewelry, it just goes array. It does however it wants. Now, guys, if you notice, I'm using my clippers and my round nose pliers to close the jump ring. You can use whatever you want as long as you're delicate with using it. It works out. All right. Now I'm going to keep building because I am building a bling bracelet. Now, just because I cut 5 loops on the memory wire, that does not mean that I'm actually going to use those 5 loops on the bracelet. I'm going to fill up most of it. Yes, I am, because I want a full look. And I just like the full look. I'm going to keep going here. And as you can see, the beads sometimes don't want to cooperate. Now again, I was talking about what is your favorite time to bead. Mine, I love to bead, you know, maybe about 10 to about 2 in the morning. Only because it's, like I said before, it's really, really quiet. You know, I can concentrate better. I have less distractions. Nobody's calling on the phone and, you know, trying to talk to you at the same time and, you know, all of that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep filling this, because what I'm going to do is on the next row, I'm going to add another charm. Now, again, you can embellish your memory wire bracelet as much as you like. It's yours. Now I'm going to show you something that I'm going to do a little bit different as I'm going around when I get ready to put on the other charm bracelet, the charm excuse me. And that's the other thing, like when you're up at late at night and filming and doing different things, you're going to say a lot of loopy things because you're tired. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put the spacer right here in the middle, but instead of putting the bead there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add on this other charm that I have sitting over here. Now this charm says, I am enough. Again, as I told you before, I love to use affirmations, scriptures. I just love inspiration. And one of the things I find that a lot of things that I make, I don't see it on the online much, which I love that, because we all have our own creativity. Now with this one, I'm going to have to go back and make sure that this is properly closed, because what we don't want is the jump ring falling off of this beautiful bracelet that you're creating. The purpose is for you to keep on that charm bracelet that you want to show off. All right, so, and I'm going to turn it around so you can see it in just a second. So I'm going to add on the other spacer bead. Look how gorgeous that is turning out. It doesn't have to be complicated, guys. It really does not. You can, you know, make something blingy, make it your own. You know, add wood beads on it, whatever you want. You don't have to have a specific color either. You can add color to it anytime you want. Again, it's your creation. So I'm going to add a few more on here, and then I am going to cut the wire. Because I'm not, well, let me see, I may. I don't really want to fill it up all the way, but I might. Again, it all depends on that type of look that you want to present. And you know, I only have a few more beads here, so I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of them to this, because there's only a few more and it doesn't make sense to not use all the beads. What are some of your favorite creations? You know, think about what inspires you. Think about what you like to see in a bracelet, you know. But not only think about that, but also think about what others might be looking for. Like, I like to deal with really unique colors, and I'm going to go ahead and move this out of the way because I want you guys to see this bracelet. So now, as you can see, I've completed the bracelet. So I'm going to go ahead and clip this end off right here. Now, guys, when you're clipping off the wire of any type of bracelet or necklace or whatever, you want to cover, okay? And the reason why you want to do that is because you don't want it poking you in your eye. Wire flies, okay? It flies. So I'm going to go ahead and take this and I'm going to twist it this way. Now, some people will twist it sideways. Some people will twist it, you know, going in the opposite direction. Again, it's really up to you. Voila, I am done. That didn't take very long at all. And I have this beautiful bling bracelet. Let me go ahead and put it on my arm. And one thing love about memory wire is that it will form fit to your wrist, and it will remember your wrist size. All right, look at how gorgeous that is. Isn't that gorgeous? Just simple, just plain. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. And it didn't take that long, as you see. It was a simple project. Basically, you having all the beads available. Just adding a touch of bling to it. Not too much. Not too little. I hope this has inspired you. I hope that you have gotten some creative ideas from watching me make this bracelet. And I wish you nothing but happy creating. Talk to you in the next video.